Welcome to another episode, this time in Japan. Starting here at RJSS Sendai. Then the plan today is go over to RJSC Yamagata. Been a while since we had a Just Flying episode in Japan, so nice to have something different. But also there is another reason for the break from the Highway 1 road trip videos which I've been doing in New Zealand. Alright, so we're nearly at the runway, so let's take off first and tell you all about that then. Just light and variable winds today, so this runway will do, as it's both closest to taxi to, and it's pointing in roughly the right direction where we want to go as well, which is quite handy. Might even go pitot heaters as we're in the middle of winter. Pitot is now heated, so let's go flying. We're away. In New Zealand then, the next two legs of the Highway 1 road trip videos had a look, and that was going to be Centennial Park, where we landed last time, up to Tokoroa, and then the following leg would be from Tokoroa over to the Hamilton area. Haven't got any scenery in the middle of those, and they are quite long legs, well, long for what I like my videos to be. So I thought I'd have a quick look and see if there were any airfields on the way which I could make, and then use those to break up the journey into more shorter legs. Now I have found one so far which is actually quite close to Centennial Park, so it's not really splitting the journey very well, but it's better than not having it, and I am working on that right now. Not had a look yet if there are any other airstrips I can add between Tokoroa and Hamilton, but fingers crossed there might be something which is on usable enough flat land in X-Plane, as not all small airstrips are. So the road trip, it's on hold for a short while as I do a bit of scenery making again. That won't affect any video making, there's plenty of other places to go. And I don't have a set schedule for videos anyway, do I? You just get one whenever I feel like it, so yeah, that's not going to change much. Yeah, so that's where we are with the road trip, and yeah, why we're not doing another leg of it right now. But real life though, my weekend, it didn't go quite according to plan. The end of Saturday evening anyway. Yeah, nice evening out, a couple of mates, few drinks, went for a meal. Then on the way home in the taxi, the weather, which was about 0 degrees, it had started snowing, and there was a significant wind chill as well. Taxi dropped me off, and then in this absolutely perfect weather for it, my key snapped in half in the front door lock, and I then have to stand outside in the cold and snow for about 45 minutes waiting for an emergency locksmith to arrive and then drill out the lock and let me in, where I could finally turn on the heating and get warm again. Yeah, plus the guy obviously had to fit a brand new lock again afterwards. So yeah, Saturday a little more expensive than I'd hoped for, not to mention somewhat uncomfortable, standing out in the snow in the freezing cold as well. Yeah, but on the bright side, they do say that in really cold conditions, doing a bit of exercise gets the blood pumping, and that helps to keep you a little bit warmer. Well, fortunately, me being an overweight and very unfit bloke, it only takes a short walk up and down my road, which is on a slight slope, and that's enough to get my heart rate up due to my horrific fitness levels. Yeah, so there is a lesson for us all. My totally unhealthy lifestyle and equally unhealthy diet actually helped me to not freeze to death and die of hypothermia on my doorstep. So in the interest of continued safety, yeah, I will be deep frying my spaghetti bolognese tonight. Might have a deep fried cheesecake as well, quite a large slice. Yeah, just see if I can lower my fitness and health levels a bit more for safety reasons. Yeah, so join me again soon for more health and lifestyle tips to improve your survival chances in winter. Anyway, as we're not now dying from the cold by stuffing yourself with cake, been looking at a new way which we're all going to die instead. Mirror life. If you've no idea what mirror life is, life has... it's called chirality. And in simple terms, you've probably seen images of DNA chains. And they're not flat, they twist. And the twist to the left or to the right is what chirality is. Now, we do have the ability to create simple proteins and things which twist the opposite way of how they do at the moment. So if you take something with left-handed chirality and make an exact copy of it, but it's twisted to the right, yeah, that's a mirror of the original, hence the name. Now, this can potentially be a good thing in theory, as if you've made a mirrored vaccine or whatever which you inject, then if that's curing a particular infection or disease, the fact that its chirality is the wrong way, your body's own defence mechanisms and immune systems, they won't know what it is or what to do with it. So the mirrored thing would be able to survive much better inside of you and keep working for much longer. Obviously a good thing. However, if this is scaled up a bit and we get mirrored life forms, bacteria, etc., and it escapes into the world, we're screwed. It being mirrored, there's nothing that can use it for a food source, so there's no predation to keep it under control or anything else to combat or stop it. So it slowly just takes over and replaces each niche environment that we now have. And let's say it might be a million years for us to evolve naturally to cope with this new chirality life form, and I'm thinking that that's a million years, that might be a bit late. So yeah, mirrored life with different chirality, that could genuinely be really, really dangerous for all life on the planet. But not to worry, fortunately nobody is ever going to be stupid enough to pursue mirrored life and let it accidentally escape into the environment, are they? No, that will never happen. Yeah, actually I think maybe AI, more likely climate change, will be the better bet for screwing the world up, so we'll probably be okay from mirror life. Yeah, but for climate change, we all know President Elon Musk and his space program SpaceX. But the other billionaire spaceman, Jeff Bezos from Amazon, he's actually the one with the better ideas, in my opinion. Yeah, the Jeff Bezos plan, it's not about populating Mars or anything like that. His idea is more about creating stations in our own orbit, which are essentially space factories. Then things like, creation of items which produce various pollution as a byproduct of making whatever it is. You go up and do all of that out in space, and therefore that pollutant is not happening on the planet. Obviously a large amount of time and money before we get a load of orbital space factories that will be viable to use, so not going to be a thing that any of us lot will get to see, but yeah, as a more long-term plan, that does make more sense to me than a number of ideas I've heard, such as terraforming Mars. I'm trying to think the name. There is a term for starting work on an idea that's multi-generational, so you start it knowing full well that you'll be dead long before the thing is ever finished. Yeah, give in, can't remember the name, but yeah, I'd back that plan. Yeah, so getting closer, and I think Yamagata is the wider prefecture, as they're called in Japan. Could be wrong, as I've not really looked at it to find out, but I don't think there is an actual city of Yamagata. All these built-up areas here, I believe, are smaller cities, towns, or within the larger area of that Yamagata prefecture. But as it is one of my videos, what I have checked out is some Google reviews. Yeah, including the Tendo City Sports Centre, where we have a 3 out of 5 star review saying 10 badminton courts, the gymnasium was warm with panel heaters. Okay. Are the -2 stars due to the choice of heating? Would the reviewer have preferred a nice open fire, maybe? Might get in the way of the badminton unless they got some fireproof nets. Or maybe set fire to the net. That would make the game a bit more interesting visually. Or maybe they were expecting at the end of each point, yeah, a big fat guy runs onto the court and gives the players a hug for a few seconds to warm them up. I'll be honest, if that was a thing, I might start going to a different sports centre. Anyway, airport here. I know during one of my little pleasure flights in Japan I have landed here. Can't really remember much about it though. It seems fairly flat and looks all good. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, looking... Oh crap! A little plane down there. I think he should be up before we're down. Yeah, it is flying. Yeah, no problem. Nice, efficient traffic separation there. That worked well. An okay kind of landing. Not the best. Not the worst. Little GA area over there. Okay, I'm intrigued now. That AI aircraft appears to have a special livery of some kind. Now let's go and park over here and have a look at it. Oh, Minions! Oh no, it's a Universal Studios advert livery. Yeah, cool. So there we go, Sendai to Yamagata, some minions, and a Japanese guy with a weird fetish for heating systems. What more could you want? Well, what I want is a cup of coffee, so I'll see you again soon. Bye!